Do you ever feel like everyone around you is moving forward, getting married, landing promotions, traveling, while you seem stuck in place? That feeling of being behind in life is more common than you might think. And today, we're going to explore where it comes from and how to break free from it. What you're about to hear might completely change how you view success. Like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs to hear this too. The feeling of being behind in life. We live in an age of constant comparison. You open Instagram and there it is. Your old classmate just bought an apartment, your college friend got married, your cousin started a business and is killing it. And you're left wondering, where did I go wrong? That feeling has a name: comparison anxiety. It shows up when we use other people's life milestones, careers, marriage, kids, material things, as a yardstick for our own worth. Social media works like a curated showcase of other people's lives. We see the behind the scenes of our own life and the highlight reel of someone else's. And that creates a serious distortion of reality. It's unfair but natural because we're social beings wired for acceptance and belonging. Often, it's not that we failed. It's just a distorted perception of time and progress. Everyone lives in a unique context at their own pace. But when we ignore that, we end up punishing ourselves for not following the timeline set by a collective narrative. Mimetic desire. The invisible root of comparison. Philosopher René Girard introduced a groundbreaking idea. We don't desire things independently. We want what we see others wanting. Luke Burgess, in his book Wanting, dives deeper into this concept. According to him, our desires are mimetic, meaning they're copied. This theory explains why we often have no idea where our desires actually come from. We just feel a need to chase whatever others seem to value: status, power, beauty, without truly understanding why. That's why even when we achieve something we thought we wanted, it can still feel empty. The issue isn't the goal itself. It's the unconscious desire that led us there. We're drawn to what looks desirable, but that doesn't always mean it's right for us. Where do our desires come from? Burgess divides our sources of desire into two major groups: Celebristan, celebrities, influencers, digital idols; Freshmanistan, people close to us, friends, colleagues, family. While Celebristan may shine brighter, it's Freshmanistan that affects us more deeply. Seeing a friend thrive at work can hurt more than seeing a celebrity buy a mansion. Why? Because it feels closer. The comparison feels direct. It sparks a thought, if they did it, I should have done it too. These subtle influences shape us without us realizing it. And when we're not aware of them, we start setting goals based on other people's achievements, living a script that was never truly ours. A story you probably lived. Picture this. You open LinkedIn and see that your friend just got promoted to director. Instantly, you get a sinking feeling in your stomach. It's not envy, it's self-doubt. You start analyzing your own path, your choices, your mistakes. That's the moment mimetic desire kicks in. This feeling is dangerous because it shifts your focus. You stop paying attention to your own growth and start chasing someone else's path. From that point on, your decisions aren't based on what makes sense for you, but on what might help you catch up to someone else. This is harmful because it builds silent pressure, frustration, and insecurity. And here's the worst part. Even if you reach the same position, you might still feel empty, because it was never really about that. It was about proving you weren't left behind. The side effects of mimetic desire. When we let our desires be shaped by others, three dangerous outcomes emerge. Silent shift in goals. You slowly drift away from what you truly wanted. Invisible competition. An internal race to catch up to others. Chronic dissatisfaction. You achieve something and feel nothing. This puts us in a never-ending race where every win has to be followed by an even bigger one. Peace becomes unreachable because our pursuit is based on something unstable, a borrowed desire. Over time, this mimetic logic erodes our sense of self. We become versions of ourselves shaped by comparison, trying to fill a void that only grows when we ignore what really matters to us. Stop chasing goals without questioning your desire. The biggest lesson from wanting is simple but profound. Don't just ask what you want. Ask why you want it. This kind of question can change your entire path. When you dig into the root of a desire, you can find out whether it came from authenticity or a need for approval. That's the power of self-awareness. It turns unconscious wants into clear intentions. It gives you permission to let go of goals that no longer make sense and to redirect your energy toward what genuinely strengthens you. Thick desires versus thin desires. Burgess introduces two types of desire. Thin desires, superficial, fragile, and short-lived. Example, wanting a luxury car just to show off on social media. Thick desires, deep, lasting, and rooted in personal values. How do you tell the difference? Ask yourself, if no one ever knew about this, would I still want it? Journaling is one of the most powerful tools in this process. Writing regularly about your motivations, feelings, and achievements helps you separate what's truly yours from what's been shaped by outside influences. This kind of practice sharpens your internal compass, and the more tuned it is, the less power comparison and social pressure will have over your choices. Stories of fulfillment reveal your true desires. Think of a moment when you felt deeply fulfilled. A friend of mine once directed a charity play. He didn't earn money, fame, or status, but he walked away feeling full, alive, and at peace. That experience revealed a thick desire to create, lead, and make a difference. These stories matter because they act as signals from your subconscious. They show you what drives you, even when there's no external reward. And that's the kind of desire that builds a meaningful life. What are your Michelin stars? In the culinary world, a Michelin star is a symbol of prestige, but it can also become a trap. Two chefs responded to the star in very different ways. One took his own life after losing the star. The other gave his stars back voluntarily to cook with more freedom. This metaphor invites reflection. What are my Michelin stars? Am I chasing something that truly reflects who I am? Or just following a standard someone else told me was valuable? Recognizing your false stars is the first step in reclaiming control of your own story. Set boundaries with toxic mimetic models. Detoxing from mimetic desire takes action. Digital boundaries. Unfollow people who trigger unhealthy comparison. Mental boundaries. Every time you feel behind, ask, who am I comparing myself to? Physical boundaries. Sometimes you need to step away from environments that feed this invisible race. This isn't running away. It's emotional self-protection. Constant visual and social stimuli keep us stuck in a loop of comparison and inadequacy. By creating these boundaries, you gain clarity. You start hearing your own voice rather than the world's noise. Only then can you make decisions aligned with your truth. How to create a positive cycle of desire. Now comes the most powerful part. Turning mimetic desire into something positive. When you act on a desire that's truly yours, you start a ripple effect. You begin working out, you eat better, you sleep more, you have more energy at work, you feel more confident, you make better decisions. This is a flywheel effect. A small action creates a chain reaction that builds momentum. And here's the interesting part. Even a mimetic desire can start this cycle, as long as you redirect it towards something healthy. The key is not to suppress your desires, but to understand where they come from and use them as fuel to live a life that aligns with your values. You're not behind. You're just following a script that wasn't written by you. Constant comparison, fueled by mimetic desire, makes us run in directions that were never really ours. But now you know there's another way, a path of self-awareness, clarity, and authenticity. Question things, reflect, and most importantly, choose your desires with intention.